Welcome back to fans, Lazygamer here. Now, this video has been a long time coming, I think, but there is a reason for the delay. It might not be a good reason, but at least there is one. The fact is that I have been scared about making this because when I first was thinking about doing this way back, at least 10 years I think, there were some boards and sites that would do so, but they had rules and regulations a mile long for having your map hosted there. They were probably needed, but still. Now, those sites, at least some of them, are still there, and I will have a link to a page that shows how to get started on one, but I will not cover that in this video. In this day and age, there are better ways of going about it. Today, most people have an online backup drive. If you don't, or are not aware that you do, I will tell you of the ones I do know of. I have storage on 2 such online drives, Dropbox and GoogleDrive. And I know Microsoft have their own proprietary version because they have been shoving it down my throat with Windows 10. And Mac users have something similar, I think. There might be others as well. I will show you the 2 I know of, and I believe there are others that work the same way with minor differences. Like I share my things you need for Doom maps from my Dropbox in my tutorial videos, you can share your maps in the same way. I'm no expert, but I will go through how you would go about it. I will have links to where you can find free Dropbox and Google Drive storage, but I will not go through how to sign up because there are plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do so. If you have a Gmail account, you already have a limited amount of free space on Google Drive, for instance. Let's start, however, with how to prepare your map for sharing. I apologize in advance about my operating system, which is set up for Norwegian. I will take care to be specific. Let's get started, shall we? Now, this is the map I've chosen for this example. It's my old last year's Christmas special, which I made just for fun. This year's Christmas special was more practical, I think, but that doesn't really matter. We are using this. The first thing I want you to do is don't do that, because I need to have enemies on. There we go. Start map. Take at least 1 screenshot, but probably 3 or 4 to showcase different aspects of your map. That's enough, I guess. Once you have done that, go where you will find the location of your map WAD. I have it here in my Doom map folder. I've shown this before in my installation video, actually. Wolfenstein 3D Xmas is the name of my WAD. Great. Can create it anywhere, but I'm gonna create it here for so go easy. Make a new folder. Should be sort of a descriptive folder. It's but I'm just gonna say my copy, or Control C to copy whatever you want. Make a copy of it. You probably don't want to just send it out and not have a copy of it. Go into your new folder, paste it there. Go get your screenshots. Just one moment. Place them in the folder as well. Let's put it on view so you can see them. Perhaps not looking very good, but that's fine. It's an example. You have to tweak them so they look as good as possible. Now create new text document. My 3D Doom map. No, that's not it. We're going to call it read me, because that's how we do it. We already have our images and the WAD. You can rename the names of the images if you want, though not strictly necessary. 1, 2, 3, and 4 would do. Then open your text file in an editor. I am using Notepad++, which is a great addition to the Windows app application library. Here you should describe your map. So this is my 3D wolf 3D map for Doom. You should type some stuff about what it is and describe. If you have any additional texture packs or mods you would want people to use, you should link them. If you have personal texture packs you have made yourself, you should add them here to your folder. So say you have I have this is a cool map for Doom 2. I made it myself and it is very good. You should not go exactly like that, but I use texture. I use an HD texture map that makes it look even better. You can find it here at link place link here. I'm not gonna bother finding the link right now, but just put it there and you save it, and you have saved it. You have a compilation of things you want people to share. This is for so people can see your map without actually opening it, so you can see if they are impressed with it and want to play it. So these should look as good as possible, I should say. Not just haphazard screenshots like mine. Now you have your README file, you have your images, you would have perhaps texture pack that you can't find a link to, yours for instance. You could add it here, this, and you have your WAD. Isn't that nice? Now go one up. Here is your the thing you want to share. You have prepared it. Now you should have a compression tool like WinRAR, WinZip, or which is freeware, or a program like 7-Zip, which is free with no ads or anything. I'm using 7-Zip. Right click, go to where you have this. If you have installed 7-Zip, go there. If you have WinRAR, you would see that, obviously. Add to archive should be the top one, even if it's in Norwegian here. It would probably say add to archive in English. It will default to zip. I would probably it doesn't have RAR. Okay, let's make it the 7-Zip. That's there. Thing. We don't need to do anything else. It will make this 7-Zip thing directly into this folder we are in. Okay. It will do its thing. And we have this. If you are sure you won't make changes to this before you upload it, you can now delete the folder you created. You have a copy of it in here. You can unpack it at any time. So you haven't lost it yet. You also have it here, but you have the collection of things you want to upload to share with the world, as it were. And that's how we prepare our stuff. Now, how do we go about uploading it? Well, I will show you in a moment. Now, I told you I have links in the description for Dropbox and Google Play, or sign up for Google rather, if you have not done that already. You will need either or. I would suggest Dropbox because that's the one I use mostly, but either will do. I will show you how to use both. Starting with Dropbox. Once you have signed up, it's free for a certain amount of space. You don't have to pay anything, which is nice. Oops. Go to... Really? Go to Dropbox, create a folder like Doom files, for instance, which I have already, where I share my files with you. Those that have those, you can have links that you can get to. You don't have access to my Dropbox, only the files I share, at least as far as, unless a hacker comes and hack my profile, but that's a completely different thing. Don't put anything on the net you are not willing to let someone see at some point. Nothing is safe on the net, but I digress. Once you have this folder on Dropbox, find the file you want to share. You can add here, but I find it easier just to pick the file or files I want, drag it over and release, and it will be uploaded fairly quickly because it's not that big of a file. Right now only I can access this file. If you want to share it, you have to click share. I can directly send it to someone if I have an email or name, or I can create a link. It will work, and then the link is established. If you now want to copy it to somewhere, say your own YouTube page or any other sites you might be a part of, like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. I don't sign up for that stuff, but you would want to have as much profile on showing this off as anything. So you then copy this link, and then I want to share it on my YouTube, for instance. So close this. I go to my YouTube channel, which I don't have up. Excuse me 1 second. Like so, and I can make a video or create a link, and which I did, and copy it into a description somewhere. I would probably make a video about my map, show it off, maybe not all of it, but people would want to be surprised or actually play the map and not watch you play it if you really want to share it. That's how we do it, really. I'm going to show you, it's exactly the same thing in GoogleDrive. If you signed up for Google Mail, Gmail, you automatically have, because you have Google have lots of things in here. YouTube for a start, search, my business, maps, and so on. That includes Google Drive, which is where we are. You don't have to create a folder, but I like to keep things neat. If I had other stuff here, I would have more folders and files, I'm sure. Open your folder. We do the same thing. We drag the thing we want to share in here. It will work on it and be uploaded. And I haven't done that very often, but I think we can just share, right click, share file or email, name or email address, get shareable link, click, copy that link, and once again we can go to your site of choice and in principle copy the link wherever you can make it stick, hopefully with a description of what you are what the link is about, and that is a Doom map. Please play it if you're a fan of Doom 93. And that's it, really. That is how I, in today's society, would share my map files. It's not that different from what you would do before, except you are your own boss about what rules you wish to use, or you don't have to do it exactly as I did either. That's just suggestion of how just sharing the WAD file though would what is the map about? How does it look like? Why would I take time out of my busy schedule to play your map? I would like to know a bit about it beforehand so I can make up my mind. I would be happy, incidentally, when you have uploaded your map to get a link and play it. And if I feel that it is good enough, that sounds so demanding, I would probably make a showcase of it. My channel is not that big, but I would make a video of it and showcase your map for you. No problem. But overall, share it on as many sites as you frequent, if you want people to play it. And if you are good and people have played your first and you upload more at the same sites, they will probably be excited to play your new map because you were fairly good with the last one, so why wouldn't they check out your new stuff? That's all for me on sharing WAD files on the internet. People might disagree about how I do it, and you can feel free to ask them how they would do it and follow their advice. I am not saying my way is the only way. That's how I would do it. I hope you found it enlightening. This has been your host, the Lazy Gamer, logging off. Bye guys.